Let's try that again. I have a feeling that my energy is short-circuiting my phone because just now when it cut out again, it came up saying, Samsung, would you like to order some? So, as I was saying, really allow yourselves to recognize the energy. As you fully embody this stuff, it's truly a matter of focusing on yourself, guys. Focusing on Jasmine. I was reading Jasmine's comment. Jasmine says she's been crying a lot. And that's normal. Jasmine, observe the feelings, beautiful. Observe the emotions. And truly, if you're crying, that's showing you a release. Recognize what it's releasing. Observe the thoughts. Observe the... We're going to cut again, I can already tell. My body's starting to vibrate. Observe your thoughts. Observe your interactions with others, because truly, right now, they're literally showing you any discordant energies that is held within the carbon-based vessel, the carbon-based density, just to be released. For those that are just coming awake, who have just started their journey in the past 6 months to a year, all again, observe, because everything is showing you as a tool to release this carbon-based density. The drama is going to increase in the outside world. Nita, throat and stomach, weird, feeling like everything is expanding. Guys, all of this light comes in, light expands. It expands your vessel, it expands your chest cavity, it's expanding your lungs. Many of you are having trouble breathing, sinus problems, migraine headaches. The crown is fully opening. Cheryl, I'm sure it is. Like I said, my body's vibrating right now. I got a whole lot. You know, being home, my home is a portal. I posted a couple of years ago in December about an experience of how my whole property, the trailer, everything turned into a great big like ark, and it was golden, and it's totally protective. It's just like I have like 7 different portals here, 3 in my house and 4 outside on the property. And so being away from home for the past 5 days, you know, coming home, I'm sure that's why my body's vibrating. I got a whole lot of energy coming through. Breathing problems, yes. Dana, if you don't know how to deep prana breathe, beautiful, go on YouTube, search it, and watch how they do it. Somebody asked me on my live video the other day, put a comment on it, to demonstrate prana breathing. Deep breathe. Some breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Others breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the nose. That is going to help the breathing problems, Dana, for all you sweethearts. Not only that, it helps you keep centered in your heart. And earthing, walking barefoot, hugging a tree. For those of you who are in a city and are surrounded by a lot of concrete, buy some fresh flowers, orchids, tiger lilies, roses. What's another good one? Sunflowers. I know you can buy miniature sunflowers. You don't necessarily have to pluck them. Even if you have live plants in your house, put your hands on them. That not only assists the plants, hugging a tree, that's energy exchange. The more you can hug a tree, the more you can touch the grass, the more you can touch live flowers. It empties their cup, if you will, when they take your energy and the discordant energy that they take from you when you're grounding. They give you energy from them. As you empty your cup for making room for more light to come in of those discordant energies or those lower vibrational carbon-based density energies, you're also taking energy from the flowers, from the trees, from the grass, which gives them opportunity to empty their energy, and they can fill themselves up with fresh energy from Gaia. And that is a beautiful energy exchange. Betsy, will that help severe coughing? The coughing, Betty, is coming from, again, you're releasing toxins. I know there's some of the masculine that have messaged me asking me about rashes and boils and zits on their bottom and in their scrotum area. Again, that's releasing toxins that are directly tied into the root and sacral and solar plexus chakras. All of those sexual distortions that, you know, we've been taught that it's okay to have one night stands. It's okay to go out there and screw anybody and everyone. You know, we've been subliminally programmed to be promiscuous and to cheat, to this, that, and the other. And all of those subliminal programming are held within the sacral, solar, and root chakras. There a lot of women right now, a lot of the feminine are having major cramping in the uterine area, and some of the masculine are having urinary infections. And again, all of this is releasing toxins. Thank you, Sky Command, for maintaining that energy. Gratitude. And Sky Command just told me they took care of it. The interference. So a lot of these rashes and boils and stuff in the scrotum area for the masculine, stuff like that, again, it's releasing a lot of those toxins. Not only do we release through emotions, through triggers, we release, the skin has to release the discordant energies. You know, your organs have to, your cells have to, all of it. And so, just as coughing, Betty, that comes from the lungs. For so long, humanity has been programmed to smother themselves, to not speak their truth, their soul truth. And so, as this programming continues to be released from the physical vessel, that's where a lot of it is. And Betty, rub lavender, and again, validate anything I say within, guys. Absolutely validate anything I say within. Anybody says, Betty, but I encourage you, take tea tree oil and lavender and rub it on your chest. That will help. Tea tree oil purifies. If you guys are having sinus issues, rub tea tree oil right through here and right up through here. I have constipation and medicine won't help. Nita, I encourage you to start eating some dark green foods. Your body's talking to you. Drink more water. Drink it with add orange or grapefruit slices or lemon or lime slices. The citrus will help with the alkaline. Drink a water with a half a tablespoon of baking soda in it. That will also help regulate you. I love you guys. I love you guys. Cheryl, been gardening 2 hours a day. Hey, when you're gardening, bless everything you do. Send light to that dirt, to the seeds, everything, and bless everything, guys. Bless everything, because when you bless it with light, you automatically change the energy of it. And anything you do as far as gardening or planting or this, that, and the other, the more you bless it, the more you talk to it, the more every day you send it light, the more you're changing the soil across the entire globe. Not just that section you're in. You're changing the energetic template through the entire globe. And, what else was I going to say? You know, and violet fire everything. Oh, yeah, Monica, that's right. Betty, get some colloidal silver. That too will also help. And I love you guys. And so, really dance through these. Have a really safe holiday and really embrace the freedom of your soul. If you haven't received those messages from self and from spirit, you will be. Because truly, today is a freedom of your soul in ways that you haven't experienced yet. And that is truly a miracle for all of us. So let's dance. And we need rain in Ireland, heat wave killing my garden. You guys, as much as they say that we're going through global warming, we're going through global cooling. Yes, I know there's heat waves, and I know there's a lot of rain. But it's helpful to understand we went through an axis correction. We went through the pole shift. And so, with this axis correction, you're going to find in many places that are normally cooler, they are getting warmer. Those places that are normally hotter, they will be going through a cooling space as we go through this full integration and embodiment on the earth tangible plane of this axis correction. And so the what was I saying? Drama on the physical tangible plane in the outside reality. Drama is going to increase. Now, I really encourage you guys, don't go back into hiding. You know, the last thing you really want to do, you don't want to participate in the drama. You don't want to engage in it, guys. But sweethearts, you don't want to seclude yourself and put yourself in a space of something that is comfortable and familiar and in a new safety box, if you will. We're here to put ourselves out there. We're here to be those pillars of light, to be those pillars of peace, to be those pillars of calm for all those that are caught up in the drama. So, yes, drama, controversy, collapsing is going to continue to take place. The dominoes are falling. Again, I don't watch the news or anything. I couldn't even tell you what's going on out there in the outside world, really, as far as the government and everything. But I can tell you energetically, it's crumbled. So I don't know what's happening as far as is on the tangible plane, but the dominoes have fallen, and all of those faulty foundations are done. They're disintegrated. And if it hasn't, all this stuff hasn't been announced yet, it will be. And knowing Trump, I work with Trump behind scenes. The galactic side of myself does. And so, I can tell you this. He speaks just like I do in encrypted, coded parables and stuff like that. So, you know, he speaks with key words. So unless you can see through it, see above it, see below it, see beyond it, see around it, you're not going to catch what he has put out there. You're just going to see it from the human aspect. But everything is collapsing, and humanity truly is experiencing their freedom in many, many, many ways. And on a soul level, you're totally free if you choose. The veils are done. You're going to start seeing a lot of light information and a lot of contact from the Pleiadian aspects of yourself. Because remember, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, all of the star nations are not outside of you. Yes, you connect to them. Yes, some of you channel them. Yes, this, that, and the other. When you fully embody your full consciousness, when you expand your toroidal field and your energetic fields out, you include all of that consciousness within you. You expand yourself out to embody the whole rather than just part of it, and to have those things outside of you. So as I've stated before, you're only channeling a higher aspect of yourself. And when you fully allow the full embodiment process of your consciousness to come in, they become your team. They aren't outside of you. They're all within you. And you know, people sit there and tell me that I'm in separation because I'll sit there and I'll talk to Michael or all this or that. And it's not, I'm not in no separation. I call up on different aspects of myself because I have access to all that wisdom, and so can you guys. And is Trump awake? Absolutely. Trump is awake. It's only the human that sits there and sees Trump as arrogant and ego. What they don't realize is that's a smokescreen just so he can get his true job done. You know, it's better for the human, if you're 7 billion people, to sit there and bitch and moan and cry and scream and holler about his human attributes of arrogance and ego and this, that, and the other. Because as long as they're bitching and moaning and complaining about the human personality, they're not interfering with what we're doing behind the scenes to assist humanity. So, again, guys, everything is a thought. Master your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. Observe your thoughts. Because who you are is not this personality. And the more you embody, you know, everybody sits there and says, Linda, you're dark. You're not embodied. You're not this because you're not graceful. You're not sweet. You're not gentle like you used to be. And it's like, that's your opinion. You know? Yes, you come to a space of peace. Yes, you come to a space of, you don't emotionally react. You don't this, you don't that. We don't want to be the same, guys. But who you've been in this flesh vehicle, that personality is not who you are. That is not your soul. And that is what you're releasing. So when we sit there and we say you are not, who you are right now is not who you were a year ago, well, to the human, every single one of us can say absolutely. I'm not that same person. And that's because you're embodying your true self. And your true self, and we don't. I mean, our higher selves, you know, there is no discordant energies. You know, we don't cuss. Our higher selves don't. That is the human personality. But we don't all want to talk the same. We don't want to all act the same. We've been robotic like that for too long. We want to be unique. We want to have different skin color, different hair color. We want to have, you know, we don't all want to dress uniform. We don't want that. We've lived that for thousands of years. We want that uniqueness. Hey, Kelly, thank you, beautiful. But we are absolutely beautiful. And we are colorful. And, you know, the more we come into this, the more truly humanity learns to dance with each other and accept each other. And stop rejecting each other and cutting off each other's balls and this, that, and the other. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, so many sit there and say so much about what I post and this, that, and the other. We're called way showers for a reason. For a purpose. Not even a reason, a purpose. It's okay that nobody... It's okay, let me clear, cancel, and delete. It's okay if people don't agree with you. It's okay if people think you're dark. It's okay if people sit there and disagree. Because, again, we're way showers. We bring information in as much as the light comes in, which is information. We bring information from the future and from the ancient past in. So people are going to disagree with you, and that's okay, because when they truly, you know, when you bring in wisdom, when you share wisdom, when you bring this information in, it's foreign to the human aspect. It's foreign concepts. And the more you bring it in and the more you share what your self is guiding you, what spirit is giving you, the more it activates within each of us that wisdom. You know, I've used the example as there is some aspects of each of you that has tapped into your Pleiadian or Arcturian sides of you. And a lot of the Pleiadian aspect is bringing in wisdom of quantum mechanics, of fixing starship engines, this, that, and the other. Well, you know, to the average human, even those that have started the awakening process, well, that's not true. Starships don't exist, this, that, and the other. But if you don't share that wisdom that's coming in, and those visions and stuff like that, the information that you get, by sharing it, you're putting it out into the collective for when they do expand themselves out to that point, they have access to it now. So it's okay if people don't resonate. It's okay if people call you dark, if people this, if people that. It's okay, because you're not here for them, you're here for you. You're here to share your wisdom. You're here to show the way. And you can't do that if you're dependent on everybody else and you're worried about everybody else's opinions and this, that, and the other. So really dance through this, guys. Is wanting to be unique ego? Depends on the frequency you're asking that from. Beautiful. Wanting to be unique, is that ego? From my highest self, no. We want to be unique because we are unique. We are one whole of 7.8 different fractals. And 7.8 different fractals each hold wisdom, each hold information that is unique to their blueprint. So the more you share your wisdom, the more, again, you put it out there consciously for the collective of those awakening and even those not awakening to have access to. That's where all of us make up a one whole. Yes, when you fully embody it, you have access to all that information. But a lot of that information is still asleep or not activated or not engaged in your memory. So, say, I'm going to use Michael King as an example because he remembered, when him and Morgan were here visiting for a week around Easter, he was getting a lot of memories activated of his Pleiadian access of being a quantum mechanic working on the starship engines. And I really encouraged him to put it out, to put that information out and share it, because that will awaken that aspect of those Pleiadians from the future timelines that we came back from. That's bringing that free energy technology and that information in. And so as you bring in this information and you share this information, it's gonna awaken everybody as far as a collective more and more into higher frequencies. And it's okay if people don't understand. You know, how you doing, Paula? Happy 4th of July, beautiful. And thank you for the beautiful post you tagged me into. I haven't had really a chance. I've read it. And so really share this. Be unique, you know, and dance. Dance, dance, dance. And just know you've been given the freedom of your soul today in a way that we haven't experienced before. So happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Be safe, be responsible, and dance. I love you guys. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. Bye-bye now.